CMM of this university is already on the Indian national map within the very first year of its existence. During this 1 year, we have forged partnership with 5 knowledge-based institutions, including National Institute of Disaster Management, to harness synergy of strength and to develop capacities in the relentless pursuit of excellence in whatever we do. The center is on the National Core Group of Earthquakes constituted by the National Disaster Management Authority and has contributed significantly to the drafting national guides on earthquakes. The center is also yet another national core group on landslides, which is playing a lead role. It is also an arena for which Dr. Bhandari was invited to coordinate the technical session on landslide disasters at the first India Disaster Management Congress in November last year and to pilot the lead paper. We are also represented on the working group of the Planning Commission for drafting the chapter on management of natural disasters for the 11th five-year plan of the country. Our real strength lies in disaster education, training, and human resource development. Recognizing that a hasty start in launching programs on disaster education would do more harm than good because of the non-availability of the right kind of teachers, the right kind of textbooks, and the right kind of training aids. The CDMM at this university has invested its own resources to build the launching pad for programs related to disaster education. CDMM perhaps became the first institution in the country to advance the concept of self-education in disaster mitigation management through introduction of what is termed as the self-education series. One of the knowledge-based products under the series is development of CD-ROMs on diverse aspects of disaster mitigation management for upgradation of knowledge through auto-certification tests. The first such CD-ROM, Learning to Live with Landslides, was released by the Union Home Minister on 9 January last year. Encouraged by the highly positive response, 2 more CD-ROMs are being just released, one on earthquakes and the second one is on the cyclones. The timing of the release of these 2 CD-ROMs is perfect. Release of national guidelines on earthquakes by the National Disaster Management Authority being the final stage. Release of CD-ROM on earthquake by our chief guest will open the door for production of many more such CD-ROMs to further the cause of education on earthquakes. The release of CD-ROM on cyclones by Sri Sashidhar Reddy is a thing that can happen to give a big boost to cyclone education in the country. This is because Sri Sashidhar Reddy is at the helm of affairs of the NDMA insofar as cyclone disasters are concerned. The above initiatives taken by the CDMM has multiplier effect as the center envisions production of educational CD-ROMs on all types of disasters in the different vernacular languages of India. Once our foreign friends will go through these 3 auto-certification tests as a part of the meeting agenda, who knows, these CD-ROMs may even get translated in other languages with necessary changes. I congratulate CDMM, Dr. Bhandari and his team to have developed this own capacity to level that CD-ROMs could be produced in its own multimedia and knowledge products laboratory. The other project with the multiplier effect is the development of disaster emergency plans for all our schools. CDMM has developed a detailed plan for one in Delhi-based international school for girls to serve as an example. Union Home Minister has already acknowledged having received a proposal from us, and we will avail of this opportunity to introduce the plan to our chief guest and answer all his questions while he is here to get the ministry's approval to be able to get started on this as soon as possible. When our foreign friends visit CDMM and go through its most modern laboratories, they will also find state-of-the-art equipments on condition assessment of buildings. We have on our own developed this capacity to facilitate scientific health checkup of buildings. This is the first time we have done it. This is necessary because more than disasters, it is the collapse of buildings that kill people. Through the NAM Center and its director, Dr. Kulshestra, I would like to invite all the non-aligned and other developing countries to avail these facilities, especially for training of human resource in this highly specialized area. I am glad that our deliberations will cover a wide sweep of issues with spotlight on policy issues and mitigation strategies. There cannot be more opportune time than this to do because National Disaster Management Authority is already examining every facet of disaster policy in the minutest of detail. I am glad to inform you that Honorable Minister of State for Planning, Government of India, Mr. M.E. Rajsekharan, the Chief Secretary of Tamil Nadu and the Executive Director of the National Institute of Disaster Management will be here to receive your recommendations at a valedictory session. I am sure you will agree that we cannot ask for heavens more. We had enough of earthquakes, floods, storm surges and volcanoes across the globe. What I would like to see is earthquakes of public awakening, floods of distilled wisdom, and surges of new knowledge and volcanoes of international cooperation. I once again thank our Chief Guest, Mr. Raghupati, and the Guest of Honor, Mr. Ashwad Reddy, the Director of NAM Center of Kulshestra, and all of you for blessing this CDM as it looks forward to its second year of life. Thank